so evil and comfortable living feeble. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out this.
The Olympics is on. If y'all didn't know, the Olympics is on. And if you didn't know, it goes back to biblical proportions. And we're going to get to it. But we're going to show you what they wanted to portray. If you didn't know, like, as an adult, now I look at the Olympics, I'm like, what's the point of this? Like, what is the point? The sports that they play there, a lot of people don't really care about them. It's like, what is this? What's the thing where they were scrubbing the ground and then they try to land? It's a whole
what that's called.
Like, who cares if
curling.
you can run? Yes, curling.
Yeah, that thing is crazy. Yeah.
And like, who cares if you can run a 100-meter dash faster than anybody else?
Right.
Why is that a talent that where you are popular and you are well received because of that? Who cares that you can do that? Who cares that you can put a ball in a hoop?
Right.
Like, when you really think about it, y'all got to really think about this. They got us cheering on and putting our hopes and dreams.
Like the country's competing.
Yes.
The country's competing. Yeah.
Into remedial things. It's really crazy when you really look at it.
I heard Devin Booker talking. They just, asking the basketball team, this is a great thing for doing this for this great country. I was just like, bruh, this great country with a woman just got shot in the face for saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
We're going to get it. Go ahead, press play on that.
Those guys are detached, totally detached.
Oh, yeah, pause it.
Oh, this is Beyonce?
This before we get to the Last Supper. So this is the American team, how they were introduced to the world. I want y'all to see. Look, does that look like a black woman to y'all?
No, not at all.
It don't look like a black woman to me.
Dang.
Go ahead, press play.
It's some witchcraft. Look at it. It's some it's like hypnotizing. It's some witchcraft right here, bro.
There you go. So what I want what y'all to see throughout the whole show though is the Olympics is a time where they want everybody to come together. They want you to forget your individual problems that you deal with within your own race and acknowledge yourself as an American. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, that ain't true. We all know that ain't true. But what do? They put up Beyonce, LeBron, Simone Biles, all these different people to be the face of America. Meanwhile, when they get back home, they're not treated like Americans.
Right. Nope.
Give me Proverbs 3:31 real quick. I want to get into the imagery. If you a young girl, young boy looking at this, what would you say? She don't look like a black woman.
Not at all, bro.
She do not look like a black, like Beyonce do not look. She looks like a white woman.
I don't know if she lightened her skin, but they definitely put the makeup on to make it, you know what I'm saying, to look like she's a white woman.
Go ahead, read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Do what?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. All you're going to see in this first section is our people envying their oppressor. Red, white, and blue, loving America, all this. And we do this only because this is what's called assimilation. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which we're going to show a video later, we never integrated into society. We assimilated into society. How do we know? Because when Beyonce is shown, she ain't in red, green, and black.
Nope.
Under the name of Israel or black. No.
Right.
She under the name of America. The same flag that they hung in 1776, that's the same banner that you represent 200 years later.
Right.
Letting you know, we did not integrate. We assimilated. Go ahead, press play. When Esau love to say, go back home, they don't really mean it.
Right.
They don't never, when they say, why don't you just go back home? If we went home, America would be nothing.
Nothing at all.
It would be a mayonnaise jar that's empty. That's what it would be. Trust me, y'all don't want us to go home. Y'all do not want us to go home. You can lie all you want to. And guess what? The Bible say you don't want us to go home. Give me that Jeremiah 50 and 33 real quick. Jeremiah 50 and 33. Because guess what? We are y'all entertainment. We are the reason why America is the greatest country on the face of the earth, so to speak.
Right.
It's because y'all got the Israelites in slavery.
Right.
That's why. Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
They were what?
Were oppressed together.
They were oppressed together. Read.
And all And all that took them captives held them fast.
They did what?
And all that took them captives held them fast.
They held us fast. So fast that what? They don't have wars, legislation, all these different things happened because of us. When America was in uproar, in flames, literally, in 2020, what they do? They said, hey, give them Juneteenth. Let's give Black Lives Matter $339 million so they can go calm the streets and make black people feel appreciated.
Right.
Whatever it takes to keep the black people here and to keep them happy, let's do it. Right. Because if we did leave, $1 trillion of your economy is gone.
Everything is gone. Like
all your NFL, NBA, all those teams gone.
Even
high school sports gone.
Right.
Your military gone. Your public service workers gone.
Right.
Because in America, for this economy to work the way it works, it's still built on slavery. I don't know if minimum wage jobs is slavery.
Right.
The real way to make money here in America, you got to have your own business. It's that simple. If you don't, you a slave. You are a slave here in America. Understand that. And even if you do got your own business, guess what? You still got to do dealings with your slave master.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So understand, ain't nobody getting away from it.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah.
To your point, I remember when I was in New York, when 9/11 went down, their main thing was making sure they still had the World Series.
Yeah.
Because the whole point was to get everybody's mind off the fact that there's a big-ass crater in Manhattan.
Right.
And they damn sure the very next month, they still end up having the World Series.
There you go. Because they use sports. It's called bread and
circus.
The bread and circus. Yeah. It's the same thing and that's why it ain't by chance that when this shooting happened now, they pushing the Olympics.
Right.
Look at the Olympics. LeBron, everybody, Beyonce, they going all out. It ain't by chance. Exactly what you just said. It's the old school bread and circus show.
LeBron ain't say nothing about the shooting?
We gonna touch on Bron.
What?
Go ahead and press play. Or did somebody else have a scripture?
Yeah, you can grab Nahum chapter 3, verse 4 real quick, just to back up the point.
Yep.
This is America's biggest weapon right here. This is their biggest weapon. Their propaganda, their media. Read that real
The black
quick.
woman look like a white woman? That's their biggest weapon?
Hey, that's a weapon.
Looking like a
She had the brother in the background with his tongue all hanging out.
Damn.
Brother's lusting after that foolishness.
Say 3 and 4, right?
Yep.
Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms.
So because of the multitude of the whoredoms, number one, they put her out there as usual Beyonce attire, half naked.
Yep.
Got cleavage popping out. Remember, I don't know if you got to see Shout Out Tuesday. Bishop was talking about this kind of stuff. This is the typical Christian black woman right here.
Right.
Go ahead.
Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot.
Come on.
The mistress of witchcraft.
What did God call her?
The mistress of witchcraft.
The mistress of witchcraft. It's no mystery that they put out there with a big blonde wig on. Right. She got on a cowboy hat, right? She got on the cowboy boots, half naked, and then over here singing and humming to the damn tune to rock you to sleep. Right. Read.
That selleth nations through her whoredoms.
And it says she deceives nations through what? Her whoredoms. She deceiving a particular nation, our people, through her whoredoms, because like Kat bringing out, we got all kind of craziness going on in our backyard, but then brothers is worrying about some damn Olympics.
There you go.
And you know, my bad, I don't know if you got to see the, because he's talking about unity, right? How is it unity when you got dudes like Gilbert Arenas dissing the hell out of the African, which some of them is our people, talking about how we lose to some the Hutu tribe.
Right.
Bruh, that thing was crazy.
There you go.
Damn.
Go ahead, press play on this. All nations. You got blacks, you got whites, you got Chinese. That's like America is not it is Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
That's why it says, give me that in Revelation real quick. America is Babylon the Great, whether you want to believe it or not. Give me Revelations 11 in verse 8.
The book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
This is the great city. America is the great city.
Right.
Read.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Sodom because of our homosexual behaviors, and Egypt because this is where we held as slaves. Read.
Where also our Lord was crucified.
The doctrine of Christ and the image of Christ was crucified here in America. Read.
And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies.
That's the key part right there. If another nation was so-called Babylon, they would have to have all nations there.
Right.
All nations ain't everywhere else. When you look at South Sudan, it's all black people.
Right.
When you look at China, it's all Chinese. All these other nations, they consist of their own people.
Right.
America is built of all kin. All people come here to America.
Right.
That's why it's the land of confusion. Read it again. All what?
And they of the people
And the people,
kindreds and tongues and nations
read,
shall see their dead bodies.
You see that? Beyonce, whether you believe it or not, some people may say, oh, that's a dead body you're looking at. That is a dead body.
Right.
She don't have no soul in her. She is completely sold out to America and American philosophies, and she pledges allegiance to it.
Right.
Whatever they need her to do, she gonna beck and call and make sure it's taken care of.
Right.
She sold out to this place.
Damn.
Give me that and Isaiah. I want to go to Isaiah real quick. What was I finna make a point of? No, I want Daniel. All people. All people.
The book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 43.
Yep.
And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves.
There you go. This is the key part. America has mingled itself what?
With the seed of men.
With the what?
With the seed of men.
Here in America, and whatever you want to do, you can do it here. Yep. We was in Indiana, what was that? Illinois this week. We saw a whole lot of interracial marriage. It's like every city we go to, it's the same thing. It ain't just Illinois. But it's like, dang, it's a lot of mixed people out here. But that's everywhere. Now we just, but it just looks weird when you're in a small white town and you see a white woman and all the kids in the back look like you. You're like, what is that? That's a little odd.
What's going on?
Right. But this is the place where you can mingle with all people. You ain't doing that everywhere else.
Right.
Read.
They shall mingle themselves with the seed of men.
Read.
But they shall not cleave one to another.
Them not cleaving one to another is the racism that happens back at the ranch.
Right.
That's the Sonia Massey back at the ranch. That's the Tamir Rice back at the ranch. That is the Eric Garner back at the ranch. Because at the end of the day, Esau still got that hate-filled spirit.
Right.
And guess what? All these other nations that's here, Moab, hate us. Yep. Ishmael, hate us.
Right.
Ham, hate us. All the nations hate us. And guess what? They all here.
Yeah. Right.
So that's why we mingle ourselves with the seed of man, but we don't come together.
Right.
It does not work. Is that what it said next verse? No, that's all I wanted. Yeah, 43. Did you read 43 all the way?
At the end, yes,
yeah,
sir.
read that.
But they shall not cleave one to another.
But they what?
They shall not cleave one to another.
They shall not cleave one to another. That's why it's so important for them to push the Olympics, for them to push athletics. Because on the outside, it looks like, yeah, we come together. Right. Patrick Mahomes can throw it to Wes Walker, and then they can have a white coach, and then we can be in the stands all together. Yeah, that only works when you're watching a game.
Right.
That's what people fail to understand. Yes, even though they make $500 million to throw a football, it is still a game. That is not reality. That is not real. Right. When you go back to the factory and you working next to John, guess what? John is waiting for you to mess up so he can bring his son in to replace you. That's what it is. What LeBron did, the one time nepotism worked for black people, Esau been doing that forever. Forever. It was a brother I was watching the other day, and he was talking about boardrooms and execs and being partners. He's like, it's not by chance that most boardrooms, they full of 60, 70-year-old white men because you're going to associate or give people positions that look like you. Right. He's like, it ain't a bad thing because if we was in position, we would do it. Right. But we ain't in that position. Right. Because this ain't our land. Right. Exactly. That's what it comes down to. But that's here now. Go ahead. Press play.
The people of this big, bold, beautiful, complicated.
Pause. That's what I wanted to get. Notice what she said. Go back about 3 seconds. What she said about America. No, whoa. Wait. There you go, right there. Press play.
Bold, beautiful, complicated nation.
Pause. And see, they try to throw it in there with a laugh. Right. Complicated. Why is it complicated? Why is it complicated? There you go. There you go.
At the bottom of this thing.
But if she say it with a smile on her face and a blonde hair, nobody cares. Right. Yeah. Complicated means you not received as everybody else. Right. Means that you are hated, you are oppressed, but y'all fight so hard to get along with your oppressor.
Right.
All right, take it off the screen.
Hey, Cap, you know how you know that's true? Like, even look at the programs and the systems they got in place. You got to have something called affirmative action.
Affirmative action. There
Why would you need such a thing if we was all equal and we had the same rights?
There you go.
That means I literally got to set things in place just so you don't get discriminated and that you can get a job on a white man's job. Guess what? I got to put a system in place that, you know what? Even though this is a white company, white owned, I'm going to put something in place to make sure that you can still get a job. You know why? Because I got a company, and when they look at it, we got to have a little specks of everybody else just to show them that there's all inclusiveness with everybody, that we equal.
Right.
But if those systems weren't in place, guess what? You wouldn't be chosen.
There you go.
So these things are put in place because go to the position.
Go to Isaiah 10 and 1 real quick. Isaiah 10 and 1. And you know who's the biggest recipient of affirmative action?
Uh-oh.
The white woman. The white woman is the biggest recipient of affirmative action. Just like Kamala, she said, I'm not going to do something that's just going to benefit black people.
Right.
Everything they do at the end of the day is not for you. You think it's for you, but it ain't. It's not. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
That decree unrighteous decrees, laws. Read.
And that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right. They present these things. The laws that they have on the books are not right. They not right. And it shows time and time and time again. So, go to the next video. So during the Olympics, go ahead.
The 2024 Paris Olympics opening ceremony for the 33rd Olympic Games on Friday turned France's capital into a colossal amphitheater. The iconic River Seine served as a track for the athletes' parade, and the ceremony began with the 6-kilometer-long procession. Athletes from 205 countries and 1 refugee team sailed down the Seine on boats despite heavy rain. American pop superstar Lady Gaga performed at the event. Event organizers called the ceremony the biggest in Olympic Games history, with more than...
This the biggest one in Olympic Games history. Wow. What that mean? They selling out to get the world all on one accord. They like, we got to do it bigger and better. Niggas is waking up.
Right.
It's like 800 camps out there. We can't even keep track of all these camps. I.U.I.C keep blitzing everywhere. We got to, maybe if we hold the Olympics, they won't blitz. They'll stay home and watch the Olympics. I know them niggas love LeBron. Let's bring back LeBron for another year. Dang. They pulling out all the stops. This is the largest one yet. Go ahead, press play.
3 lakh people watching on the banks of the Seine and billions tuned in on television. Some acts, including the recreation of Jesus Christ, the Last Supper, the beheading of Mary Antoinette, and Philip Catherine's depiction of Dionysus, the god of wine, sparked controversy on social media.
Pause.
Netizens
so that's the crap. That's the thing.
This is what they showed at the beginning of the show when the whole world is literally watching. This is the message that they sent out.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And they said this was to unite and bring unity and whatever else. This is what they brought forth.
They picked that scene.
Right.
They picked that scene.
So this is why we letting y'all know the world that you live in, and these are Christians. These are good Christian folk that want to bring everybody together. I thought it would be good to unify everybody. And we can be inclusive of transgenders and obese and everything. Oh, yeah.
That's a scary picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what's being shown on the television to the whole world. To the whole world. And that's how we know everybody's on the same accord. Go ahead, Yazzie. You have something?
Nah, I'm just the picture got me because I'm like, yo, you better have good hands or fast feet to get away from them. They gonna get you, bro, and you ain't gonna never be the same again.
Give me that in Revelation real quick. Revelation 13 about the flood.
Oh, man.
This is what we talk about when we mention media and the power of media. They are able to put this on the screen and show the whole world an image. But guess what? Before they did this is what Esau been doing in America for the longest.
Right.
Don't think just because it's in Paris that this ain't America behind it. This is still through American influence.
Right.
Notice they had Lady Gaga. They had all these other artists. Snoop was carrying the torch.
Get out of here.
Yeah. It's still an American influence. Go ahead. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood.
He did what?
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
Right.
And the earth helped the woman.
So this is all to cause confusion. Y'all know how many transgenders and everybody else is defending this? They're like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Right. It's like, what? What Bible are you reading where you have a fat transsexual woman being portrayed as Christ and there's nothing wrong with that? You got transgenders on the table. Look at the person in blue. I don't even know what that is. But they got a beard and is dressed like a woman. No, I ain't even talking about the dude on the table. I'm talking about the one behind him. To the right.
Oh, no, that.
Y'all got
what the hell is that?
Right.
Look like a lion face.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Oh, damn.
You look at that. Yeah, that's
This is crazy. But, and then they said the dude on the table is celebrating Dionysus, another god. Wow. So this is letting you know they still into idol worship. They still trying to cast spells on you through the television.
Hey, Cap, can we get a scripture on that?
Bring it out.
So there's nothing new under the sun. This been going down. Go to 2 Maccabees 4 and go to verse 13. 2 Maccabees 4 and 13, because a lot of our people don't realize where this comes from or what people we dealing with that are presenting these things, because they try to unify us under all this. But let's see, can we unify with them under these things?
2 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 13. Now such was the height of Greekish fashions.
So when you see that picture on the screen, if it's still on the screen, IT, pull that back up on the screen. This is Greekish fashions right here. This is the height of it. This is what they want you to see. This is what they want in your mind. Read.
An increase of heathenish manners.
And these are heathenish manners. Like you said, the overweight Edomite representing Christ and all this other foolishness that's going on. These are heathenish manners. Read.
Through the exceeding profaneness of Jason.
So back then in this captivity, it was Jason, but now who they give you? Beyonce. They give you all these sports figures to lead you into this stuff. Read.
That ungodly rich and no high priest.
Because these people are not our leaders, but they leading us into this ungodliness. Read.
That the priest had no courage to serve any more at the altar.
All these brothers and sisters, these brothers out here that's out here being athletes, they supposed to be the priest of the Most High God. These blacks and Latinos that's playing sports, we were called to be a nation of kings and priests, not basketball players, not track stars. We supposed to be ruling the world, but this is the foolishness we following behind. Read.
But despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices.
So now we despise the temple still because we ain't in the Bible, and we neglect the sacrifices because we don't give ourselves over to the keeping of God's laws. Read.
Hasten to be partakers of the unlawful allowance.
And this is what we hasten to be partakers of. Read.
In the place of exercise, after the game of discus called them forth.
So back then it was discus, now it's basketball, track, and whatever else foolishness they got us in.
Right. Woo! This is crazy. See, a lot of y'all think the Bible's a false book. Give me that Wisdom of Solomon real quick about idolatry, because this is what this leads to. Remember, Bishop went over before. When you worship other gods, your actions are going to change as well. Your actions follow the gods that you follow. So these people ain't following the God of the Bible.
Right.
When did God ever tell our people, our men or our women, to behave in this manner? Never. They letting you know they following another God.
Right.
This is idolatry right in front of your screen. You got it? Read
yes,
that.
sir. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 16. Thus, in the process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
Graven images were worshipped by the commandment of kings. Jump to 27.
Verse 27, for the worshiping of idols.
For the worshiping of idols.
Not to be named is the beginning.
Is the beginning.
And the cause.
The cause.
And the end.
And the what?
And the end.
Of what?
Of all evil.
So, on your screen, understand, behind the scenes, it's idolatry going on. Because that's evil. All Christians right now in an uproar about this thing. They mad as hell. They like, no, they mocking Christ.
Right.
And I'm just like, huh? They mocking Christ. Oh, you ain't have a problem when y'all paint him as a white man.
Right.
Mock Christ every week.
You ain't,
Every week. Yep.
But then when I tell you ain't supposed to eat pork, you ain't. Christians just love when they see stuff that's visually look bad. They'll say that's bad. Nobody will say you can't judge that.
Right.
They don't get mad about that. Oh no, you can't stand for that. Oh really? The man that say you can't judge. Now you telling me this is mocking Christ? Oh really? I thought we can't judge.
All right.
Fill me in on this new take you got. That's correcting somebody and having them change their actions. So you telling me that in the Bible did y'all condemn some stuff?
Right.
That some things ain't right? That's it. So,
Hey, Cap, and it's just look at the image. Like it's just it's just a pile of confusion. You got Papa Smurf on the table, Honey Boo Boo behind him. Then you got the white chick on the side and the Thundercat on the left side. Like, what is? If you just look at the image, what do you get or what do you gain from that? You know what I'm saying? Like. You could just tell, like, this land is a land of confusion, man. It's crazy, bro.
Madness, bro.
go ahead. Go off that. Take that down. And then go to the next video.
He said Papa Smurf on the table.
Papa Smurf on the table. Thundercat on the side.
So they had to apologize for this because they offended white Christians. White Christians was mad and upset. Go ahead.
Clearly, there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. On the contrary, I think that Thomas Joly really tried to really intend to celebrate community tolerance. That was his word yesterday. And looking at the result of the polls that we shared, we believe that this ambition was achieved. If people have taken any offense, we are of course really sorry.
Ma volonté n'est pas d'être
subversif. Yeah, hold on. Because she said something right there. She said that it wasn't meant to offend, but it was meant to invoke community tolerance. So it was really about
pushing
desensitizing, pushing the agenda.
There you go.
And she said it was achieved.
Yep.
Now that we put it in your face, the image is burnt in your mind.
There you go.
Y'all don't realize it was some witchcraft, but the image is there. We did what we had to do.
Right, we did what we had to do. It's done now. Because you ain't turn the TV off.
Right.
He's like, all right, what time LeBron? Come on, all right, 5 more minutes. All right, cool. Go ahead, press play. Hey, also, I want y'all to know this, pause. Who are the people behind the scenes? Y'all see any Jake? Y'all saw all the athletes was who? All the athletes was big, burly, black beard.
Right.
Behind the scenes, who pulling the strings?
Right.
Soft, effeminate man and woman from the Idumean race. Go ahead.
Ma volonté est simplement de dire que nous sommes ce grand nous et que hier soir c'était
Republican ideas. Watch this. Inclusive, pause. Inclusivity. That's what that goes with to what Bishop always bringing out about the liberal. The liberal. Go ahead.
Inclusion, c'était des idées de
kindness,
bienveillance, de générosité,
generosity,
des idées de
solidarity.
Bref, de ce que je crois nous avons follement besoin. En France, on a le droit de s'aimer comme on veut, avec qui on veut.
You see that? He said in France, we're allowed to love who we want, how we want. Go ahead.
En France, on a le droit de croire ou de
we believe or not believe. Pause. So he let you know, yeah, I know what we did wasn't in line with Christian values and Christian beliefs. Right. I know that. But in France, we do what the hell we want to do.
Don't matter.
It's what's the name of this? Do as thou wilt over here.
Yeah. Right.
Go ahead. Right. And that's what they're trying to bring. Hold on, pause. This is what they want to bring to America. But they got to get the Bible out the way because the Bible, it
too many rules in it.
Yeah.
Too many rules.
Too many.
Too many thou and thou shalt not.
Even if you don't even read the Bible, you know certain things is wrong. Like all these Christians that's upset, if you told them they ain't supposed to wear pants, they'll cut you out. But they like, hey, I know Christ ain't supposed to be a fat woman. I know that much. Go ahead.
C'était l'idée de transfert.
Pause. There we go. I wanted to convey those values throughout the ceremony. Give me First Maccabees. This is going back to what Zeph brought out. There is a purpose for everything that this world does. Understand, America is not independent of France, it's not independent of Rome, it's not independent of Great Britain, it's not independent of Europe.
Same agenda.
All of they all got the same agenda.
Right.
They all got the same agenda. Everybody, at the end of the day, they want the Israelites to be confused.
Yep.
That's why all of them, every last one of them was part of our slavery. So don't think it's just America. When you read Psalms 83, all nations took part.
Right.
You got that?
Yes, sir.
Read.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom.
His whole kingdom, read.
That all should be one people.
That's what he just said. He said we wanted to convey that inclusive values. That you can be what you want, love who you want. You ain't got to be following no Bible. Read.
And everyone should leave his law.
Should what?
Should leave his law.
You see that? That's what they want. They want you to leave a heterosexual household, which some of y'all may not know what a heterosexual. I know we got 23 genders. Heterosexual is old school man and a woman.
Right.
Slapping hams. All right? Old school values. They want you to leave that. Read.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
You see that? All these heathen agreed to that. Read.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
Jump down to 51.
Verse 51. In the selfsame manner.
49, my bad.
49. To the end.
To the end.
They might forget the law.
That's what this is all about. Yep. All this is about is us forgetting the laws of God. Understand that. That is what they're trying to attack. That's why they hate us. They hate the Israelites. We're going to show you later. There's been like 8 other news reports of people marching in Springfield. We come through. The most amount of people, the most order, we stayed there the longest, no media coverage.
And they was out there.
And they was there. They saw it.
They was part of the chant.
They was there. Go ahead, press play. Read that again, I'm sorry. 49.
To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances.
And do what?
And change all the ordinances.
That's what this whole ceremony is about. Getting our mindset off of what the Bible says, that we can do what? That we'll be inclusive.
Right.
That we won't look at things with hatred. That we won't look at things with a disgusting look. Like, what is that?
Right.
That we won't teach our children that, hey, that is wrong. You ain't supposed to do that. Because you go back to what Mike Yell says, too many rules. But guess what? When you read the Bible got rules in it, and it tell you to obey them. Give me that, I think it's 2 Corinthians 5 and 14. Yep. 2 Corinthians 5 and 14. I'm going to show you. Because they say we want to be inclusive. Well, God ain't inclusive.
Right.
Christ ain't inclusive.
Right.
He got a very simple, strict set of laws and standards for you to live by. Right. It ain't love who you want, do what you want. No, that ain't in the Bible.
Right.
Read that.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 14. For the love of Christ constraineth.
Hold on. It what?
Constraineth.
A lot of people like to say, oh, that Israelites, y'all got so many rules and constrictions.
Right.
Can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, can't do that. But what did the Bible say?
For the love of Christ.
If you love Jesus like you say you love him, read.
Constraineth us.
Then guess what? You would be constrained in your actions.
Right.
Certain things you used to do, you ain't gonna do no more because you constrained. Read.
Because we thus judge that if one died for all, then we're all dead.
So we understand Christ died for me. You understand you bought with a price, then guess what? I gotta die to the things that I want to do.
Right.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is